And welcome everybody to a new episode of Compass of Curiosities. Thank you so much for joining me on this Monday night. We have a great guest tonight. One of my brothers, somebody I call family, Mr. Jeremy Cotter.
Hey, how's it going?
What's going on, brother?
Not too much. Just kicking back, relaxing this evening, getting ready for the bash coming up this weekend. It's going to be.
And that's what we're here to talk about tonight. This is the bash.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great time for everybody. It's definitely going to be an interesting weekend of a lot of fun and firsts, especially my very first time being a speaker this weekend coming up. So it's going to be looking forward to it for sure.
So we have coming up here July 14th through the 17th at the Wyndham of Gettysburg in Gettysburg, PA. The Battlefield Bash, which is now going on its 6th year because it would be its 7th, but dear COVID.
Oh, yeah.
But I've been to every one since the inception of it. Jeremy has been going to, what is it? Is it going to be your 5th one?
5th one, yep, the year number 5, that's for sure.
So, and this year, I am honored to be able to do a lecture this year with Jeremy. We're doing a lecture on Sunday at 11 a.m. in the Eisenhower room. So definitely come check it out if you're coming to the bash.
No doubt, it's going to be a great time. I've been looking forward to someday getting a chance to do this, and getting a chance to work alongside you is going to be an honor of mine. No doubt. Because
well, I mean, Jeremy, you've already done several lectures by yourself. I mean, you stepped in Sleepy Hollow, actually to fill in for me.
But that was without circumstances beyond your control, and I was very glad to have done that. And I've had a chance to do a couple here or there, but this one's particularly special because of the chance of you and I getting a chance to work together, and especially with this being the Christmas in July version of the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash this year, and it's going to be special because, like, my mother was really big in the whole Christmas in July culture, so to speak. Even years before it became like wicked popular, she was doing all sorts of family get-together, Christmas-themed ones in July, and it was always a great time for us. And I think this year it struck a little more of a chord for me this year because of all the implications of things gone past.
All right, well, start it out here a little bit. Tell me what the bash means to you personally.
Well, for me, the bash is a chance to go. Originally, we went because I really wanted to see what the battlefields were all about, and the deep, rich history of all the Civil War stuff you can do, and seeing all the beautiful monuments dedicated to the soldiers who had fallen, and getting a chance to possibly interact with spirits of the soldiers that out in the battlefields walking around. And I think it over the years for me, it's become a chance to go down and visit with friends who I don't get a chance to see very often. The ones I talk to on Facebook, but you never really get a chance to run into because they live in different parts of the country, different areas. People run different lives, things of that nature. So for me, it's a good time to get together, to see people, see family, see friends, and things like that, and and help do things for a great cause. It's
like I described it before, because you and I 2 weeks ago were on a show with Kelly Miller and Keith Bailey.
Yes.
And how I described it was it's not an event, it's a family reunion.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's become more so like that over the years, because the people you meet, like I've met so many people through Gettysburg, and I've gotten a lot of strong friendships, and getting a chance to meet really, really interesting people from all sorts of walks of life. And funny enough, I experienced my very first tattoo in Gettysburg. I had been afraid of needles for years. I decided to get a tattoo for the first time while we were in Gettysburg. Yep. And so it's definitely, it's going to be a great time. I can't wait to see what's in store this year. It's definitely different than it has been in previous. And as you know, the Christmas theme should definitely bring out some very interesting opportunities, to say the least. And
well, I mean, and when you say from all walks of life, it really does mean that because, excuse me, we have people coming from Nevada, Colorado, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Kentucky, Virginia. We even have people coming from overseas,
absolutely,
from
I
across the
mean,
pond from the UK. So,
yeah,
I mean, so I know I've done this a little bit longer than you have,
of
but
course.
for the people that don't know what the Bash is, go ahead and explain the Bash to them, what they stand for, what they do, things like that.
Well, you see, I'm not as good at that as you probably are, to be honest with you. But to me, the Bash is there. Like Pam and Steve do a great job raising funds for, I believe, was it the Wounded Warriors Project or something similar? I forget what the name is exactly.
Wounded
But
Warriors Project at PA.
is it okay?
Yep.
Sometimes I get a little confused about that stuff, but no, it just they've just done so much for the community down there, and it's really hard for me to put into words exactly what they do because I don't know everything that they do. I just see how many people that they've reached out to, how many hearts they've touched, and how much they've done for people. And it's a humbling experience just to be there, let alone getting a chance to be part of the event this year.
So John Buckland, who is the Batman of West Virginia, who comes up every year, he's been there, I believe, the past 5 years.
Oh, he's an amazing person.
So this year we have adopted, I believe his name is Colin.
Okay.
So every year, John picks somebody to be honored, and this year I believe his name's Colin. He is from West Virginia. He has cerebral palsy.
Oh
wow! So he's going to be getting a ride in the Batmobile this year.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So John Buckland, Heroes for Hire, or Heroes for Hope. I can't remember what exactly it is, but
yeah, he is. Everything that he does, Russ, is just absolutely amazing.
Well, a lot of people don't know about John is he actually went out to Ukraine twice already.
Yes, I remember seeing the posts about all of that. The amount of people that he reaches is amazing. That guy just does what I would almost consider saint's work, wearing in a Batman costume. And I think a lot of people could actually learn by his example, honestly. And all the things that he does for those kids and their wishes, their last wishes or whatever their particular situations are. It's just amazing. To me, it's awe-inspiring to see him like talking to the kids, and even like when he talks to some adults just like they glow like kids when they talk to the guy because he's just that amazing of a person. Really,
of course, his inspirational journey has led to a lot of people. So I mean, it's great. So besides for Batman, what are you most excited to see this coming Bash?
All right, then we're gonna go there. Let's talk about the escape room that they got coming into the Bash this year. That both you and I and our significant others and a few other people are going to be joining up together to do something that we don't get a chance to do every day, and it's gonna be. I find that very intriguing because I don't know, just it's something to help test your wits and solve puzzles and stuff like that, as well as the Wienermobile. I guess they got a Wienermobile coming in, and possibly the Ecto One, and they got the Santa Claus riding around in the parking lot in the train and stuff like that. From what I was reading,
Now going back to escape room, we've always said we're mirrored people. You and I are the same.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I'm wondering how this is going to work out in the escape room.
You know what? I can't wait to see how the cards fall. To be honest with you, I think our wives the wives will be the rational ones, and we'll be the ones going, "You got to put this there for God's sake."
Just do it.
Do it, man. Trust me, I think we're both gonna get slapped around by the wives in this one. It's all said and done.
So we got the Batmobile coming. We got the Ecto
Mhm.
one coming. We have the Wienermobile coming.
Yep.
And yes, it is the actual official Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
Yes, it is. In all glory.
We have a very special guest this year. We have the Green Goblin mask from Stephen King's
Oh
Maximum
my God!
Overdrive.
I don't know how I could have possibly forgot that.
Coming this year, fully restored.
I am one of the biggest old school Stephen King fans. I must have seen that Maximum Overdrive movie 10, 12 times when I was younger. And the actual chance to see this Green Goblin mask in person is going to be something that I've always hoped to get a chance to do. You know, it's one of those things that I've seen pictures, but pictures won't do it any justice until you physically get up close to it.
Yep.
You know, and the fact that we're getting a chance to see this thing in person and possibly get photo ops taken with it and pictures like that, because when it comes to horror stuff, I definitely geek out for this stuff. I love the horror genre anyway, so it's definitely going to be a fantastic time. I'm looking forward to getting there on Thursday and the very first the pre-bash party, the pajama jam, that thing going on, the party before Christmas or whatever it is that Kelly is putting
Kelly
on
Miller
for
and Keith Bailey are putting on the night before Christmas party.
Yeah, everybody wears their pajamas. I mean, it's gonna be kind of hot wearing freaking pajamas out there in the middle of July, but hey, you know what?
Hey, we'll deal.
A couple of adult beverages will make it a lot easier, I'm sure.
I mean, we all know how that goes at night.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, last year in August it was extremely hot down there, so
Yep.
I don't know if July is going to be any different, but we'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, exactly. But so talk a little bit about like you said, you've been coming for the past 4 years now.
Yeah, our very first bash was 2018, I believe. Yes, because then it was 2018 and then 2019.
Then we missed 2020.
Yeah, and then 21, 22, and then this will be the 5th year. Yes.
Yep. So this will be your 5th year coming up.
Yeah.
So tell everybody a little bit about the vendors that they can expect to see.
Oh, the vendors from years past have run the gamut of everybody between readers and people who sell paranormal equipment, the different guests who have their own merchandise, whether it be like pictures or T-shirts or whatnot. And I look forward to seeing candle vendors and people who have like custom pieces that they make of all sorts of things, and possibly some people who have like enchanted objects, haunted dolls, whatnot, and so forth. And I respect everybody's stuff that they got going on, and I just look forward to just seeing what's going to be there. And from what I've seen and what I was hearing, it's grown every single year since. So it's going to be interesting to see what could possibly be there this year. I've seen a couple of our friends here or there showing a preview of what some of their wares are going to be like coming into the bash this year, and I'm looking forward to seeing them firsthand. It's going to be kind of cool.
Well, it seems like this year is going to be bigger and better, considering I believe Pam and Steve have expanded the vendor room.
Yeah, I believe you told me that because they're up to what, over 100 plus vendors now for this particular event, and
I believe so.
I mean, that lends itself to a whole gambit of new things. I mean, paranormal teams getting a chance to show, their evidence occasionally, and hyping up their possible their future locations and projects that they're working on too. It all goes hand in hand, because a lot of the people who are speakers also have tables so that they can talk more one-on-one with people. I know that you and I are going to have a table together down in Gettysburg, and we'll be there from time to time to talk to people and help with everything that with all the projects that you got going on with Compass of Curiosities and stuff like that. So
yeah, of course.
you know.
So I have to step away for 1 second, but I'm going to ask you
Sure.
one question so you can keep everybody entertained while I step away.
Oh, sure.
What are you looking forward to the most when you go down there this year?
So the thing that I'm looking forward to the most, I believe, is the opportunity to see, my friends. I have so many people that I try to keep contact with on, a weekly basis, a couple of times a week here or there, and possibly meeting new people. I love talking to people. I love getting together and finding out what people are up to, and I love to support my friends in every way possible. So for me, the opportunity to go down there and see people and just overall I love the camaraderie of the event. I love the chance to go ahead and speak to people, and I like the fact that oh, there he is. Yeah, overall, I'm a very social person, so getting a chance to see everybody and see what people have been up to since previous times, and I love supporting my friends. Pretty much what it comes down to me is, it's always the energy at the bash is different than most of the other conventions and other things that we go to, because it's always so positive, and there's you never get hit with any kind of negative stigmata. At least I haven't personally, and I think that a lot of people could learn from that model. And
And you know what? That's something I can say as well, is the overall energy at the bash is completely different from any other event I've ever been to.
It really, really is. I mean, especially this year, I heard that Krampus might be making an appearance with some Christmas shenanigans. You know anything about that, Mr. Stiver?
No, I know Pennywise is making an appearance.
Well, you know what? That's good, because I know a particular individual who'll be running for the hills as soon as she sees that.
A couple.
Yeah, just a few. A few. Oh, that's fantastic, though.
So this year we have over 100 vendors.
Okay.
We have a couple food trucks, an ice cream truck.
Yeah.
We have train rides with Santa and photo ops. We have a Christmas tree hallway, I believe.
Yeah, for photo ops, right? Christmas tree hallway.
Correct.
And they have the silent auction tables, I believe, to help generate money as well.
Now, what do? They did what, 19,000 last year?
I think that's what happened, because I believe what Dave Schrader did the emceeing of the auctions last year, right?
Correct. I believe so. But I mean, I believe they did 19,000 last year in funds raised for PA Wounded Warriors, as well as Heroes for Hire. So,
yeah.
And all the proceeds, and everybody, let me tell you this: all the proceeds for this event, whether it be the vendor tables that are paid, whether it be the admission tickets that are paid, whether it be anything like that, everything goes back to charity.
Which is fantastic.
Pam and Steve do not take a dime off the top of it. They made the promise to put it to these charities, and that is what is going to happen.
And to be honest with you, for the $20 for an entire weekend,
yep,
and to enjoy everything that's going on in that weekend, including the after parties, including all of that kind of stuff, you really can't go wrong. It's the best ticket in town, the best ticket all year.
Oh yeah, $20. I mean, the after party on Thursday night, we have the night before Christmas party that Kelly and Keith are putting on.
Yeah,
that's the first night everybody's getting into town. Friday night, we have karaoke. We have a DJ. We have an ugly Christmas sweater contest. We have best Krampus contest. We have best Santa contest.
Oh, we got horrible karaoke. I mean, karaoke. It's not my jam, but
we have that going on Friday night. Saturday night, I believe there's a DJ all night.
Is the DJ Friday or Saturday?
I don't know. Hold on one second. Let me look it up here real quick.
I think the DJ might be Friday. Might be Friday night with the ugly sweater contest. Because they're also doing a cutest elf contest as well. From what
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
I'm definitely not going to try to go into a cute elf contest, but hey, whatever works, I guess.
Oh, you would make a cute elf.
Oh dear Lord, a giant elf. That'd be fantastic.
So, also, I want to give a shout out to on Friday night as well.
Yep.
They are doing what's called Ghost and Smokes.
Oh yes, Aaron Sagers,
Frank Sinelli, and Shane Pittman.
Okay.
Ghost Stories cigars and a special gift. It's going to be at the Cigar Tent from 6 to 8 p.m. on Friday.
Yep. That's great.
Donate $20, and it all goes towards the PA Wounded Warriors. So
that's fantastic.
What you go in, you get a cigar, and you get to sit around and listen to ghost stories from Aaron Sagers, Frank Sinelli, and Shane Pittman, and smoke a cigar, and all going for a good cause.
That's fantastic. I don't smoke cigars, but I definitely, I might go down just to donate and maybe check out the ghost stories part of it and all that kind of stuff. Because, I can definitely support the cause, even though I don't smoke. So,
So from 8 to 11 on Friday, you have the ugly Christmas T-shirt contest.
Yep. You
have the best Krampus contest, and you have the cutest elf contest. Excuse me.
Huh. Interesting.
Then Saturday, 8 to 11, you have the karaoke contest, and that's it.
That'll be the party part too, obviously.
Of course,
the karaoke. The karaoke is kind of like the backdrop to it. Yeah,
it's just background music.
It really is. I mean, the karaoke doesn't really get interesting until people have kind of like softened up a little bit. You definitely won't catch me grabbing a microphone anytime in the near future, but it's cool that people that like to do it,
Oh, dude, I didn't even realize we're getting comments left and right over here. I can't see them, but
I haven't seen any comments come up on the thing. But I know people are watching because I've been getting Messenger. So, I can't.
Jason just said he puked over the railing last year.
Oh, Lord. The Warhead King.
The Warhead King.
Good. Jason, we're going to miss him this year. That boy is definitely one of a kind. I will give him his credit. Nobody loves life more than he does, man.
They're doing a charity this year. So if you're coming to the bash, please consider. They're doing a charity this year. If you bring a $10 unwrapped toy, for whether it be a girl or a boy, I can't remember right off the top of my head the name of the charity. But if you bring a $10 unwrapped toy, it's going to go to a family that is battling cancer. That has children.
Yep.
So I'm waiting on somebody to chime in here to tell me what the name of the charity is. But I believe it's like Diana's Wish or something like that.
Okay.
But but everybody's kind of kind of urged or prompted to bring a $10 gift unwrapped. So because it goes to kids of people that are it doesn't necessarily have to be the kids, because we all know when a parent goes through cancer and everything else too, it doesn't always work out. It doesn't always. It's not always easy.
For kids though?
What's that?
Is it prompted for kids?
Yes, it is.
So kind of like the Salvation Army does their Toys for Tots thing. Is it kind of like in line with something like along those lines, or is it?
Yeah, it's called Diana's Pink Wishes.
Okay.
So they supply gifts to children who are experiencing. The kids aren't necessarily experiencing cancer, but
the family is.
The family is.
So kids are like experiencing trauma from cancer or kid or with a family member or something like that.
Correct.
To try to help like soothe the pain a little bit, kind of like help, just to help cope with things probably.
Well, also we all know that cancer treatment is not cheap.
Oh no, it's not. I work in a hospital. I know exactly what that entails. I deliver snacks and things like that to the cancer unit at my hospital that I work at every single day. I think I told you I deal with that area every single day. So you see people in there going through the pain of like chemo and all of the treatments and all of the follow-up appointments, and it's heartbreaking. And on a personal note, again, obviously, I lost my mother to cancer, and she went through 2 years worth of hell. She suffered from two totally different forms of cancer with a small remission period in between. She went through 2 full bouts of chemotherapy and radiation. So cancer and people who suffer from it, it hits me personally. And, I hate to see anybody have to go through that, to be honest,
Yeah. So it's to children with families facing cancer diagnosis.
Right. Okay.
If you're going through a cancer diagnosis during the holidays, things get a little tight.
Right.
So this is kind of to give them. I think that's why Pam and Steve kind of went with the whole Christmas in July kind of thing.
No, and it's a great idea. I mean, it's a great idea in general, and I think that it could spawn to be bigger, anytime you can help out people who are going through pain, and try to bring them at least a little bit of comfort. It's not going to be a permanent cure for the comfort, but if it can help ease up things a little bit or cause a distraction, something like that to help them take their minds off of what's going on for just a moment or two, then it's well worth the donation. It's well worth being involved. To me, it's well worth just helping. And if you can do it, fantastic. If you can't, at least, put the thoughts in there and put the energy forward and try to encourage somebody else who can. And that's all you really can do, but I'm really hoping that as many people can donate as possible. I'm going to end up going out in the next day or two and picking up a toy to donate myself, because I know how important it is to try to stay distracted during crisis situations like that,
Now, honestly, I'm gonna say that I'm just gonna wait till I get down there and pick up something from Walmart right across the street.
Of course. I mean,
just so it's one less thing I have to carry with me.
Dude, I get it. You got a car full of people. I mean, I have room in my car, and I gotta go to Walmart the day before I leave anyway. So I don't mind swinging through and grabbing something, and it's the little things in life that make the big difference,
All right. So the speaker schedule goes from Friday to Sunday.
Yes,
so Friday at 12:45, we have Ernie Atwell.
Yeah.
At 1:30, we have Bobby Gallo. At 2:30, we have Jim Warwick and Dave Haney. At 3:30, we have Steve Dills. 4:30, we have Miranda Young. 5:45, we have Lyle and Tana Lotz, which are great Haunted Nights family. Brandon Johnson's going to be there probably as well. Great people.
Okay.
6:45, we have Ron Iacovetti and Lourdes Gonzalez.
Great people. Absolutely great people.
So Saturday, starting at 1:30, we have Ronald Murphy. 2:30, we have Shane Pittman, Josh Purvis, and Ray Causey. 3:30, we have David Childers. And I'm sorry if I'm butchering anybody's name. 4:30, we have Scott Porter and Stephanie Burke.
Yep.
So at 5:30 that night to 6:30, there is a paramedia. So people that are on film or run podcasts or radio shows. that are
Yes.
doing roundtables. We have Ted Van Son. We have Kenny Biddle, Greg Backrun, Taryn Kerper, Gina Bengtsson, and Jody Nettles.
Excellent.
At 6:45 that night, we have a metaphysical roundtable where we have April Brissett, Beth O'Brien, Charlotte Underwood, which I don't believe is going to make it. Unfortunately, she's been having some health issues, and
Yeah,
I don't
she's not
think
gonna, I don't think she's gonna make it either. No.
I don't even want to try to pronounce this next name because it's going to make me look terrible.
Okay.
Connie Kong.
Okay, Connie. Yeah.
Kathleen Leap and Lori Johnson.
All right.
And then Saturday we have.
Does it end with the 2 paranormal panels, or is anybody after the panels?
Nope, that's it at the panels.
Oh, okay.
Because the party started at 8, so they're doing it from 6:45 to 7:45, and then the party started at 8.
Because the first one's at 5:30 to 6:30, and then the other one's at 6:45 to 7:45.
Correct.
Okay.
And then Sunday you have me and you.
Yep.
And then Mike Angus and Matthew Hancock.
And then unfortunately, we will be shutting it down for another year and making the immortal trek back home.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I want to correct myself.
Yeah.
And I will take complete responsibility for this. The kid that was adopted this year was actually Owen.
Okay.
And his parents will have a table set up next to Batman selling candles for proceeds to go to his care.
Well, I know where my wife will be on when we get there. She loves her candles, so anything that helps support,
So everybody that has listened or is just tuning in right now, it is $20 for the weekend.
Yes, it is.
That gives you all 3 days. It gives you Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Actually, it gives you Thursday as well.
Yep, Thursday night. If you're in the area, come on in. I don't think Thursday's going to cost anything because Thursday is just a walk-in hangout. So,
well, that's when everybody kind of gets in.
Right, they won't start selling tickets till Friday morning. So,
correct. But this year we got Aaron Segers coming. We have. Let me see here. Let me pull up the guest list here real quick. All right, let me pull up a picture here real quick. So we have Frank Sinelli. We have Shane Pittman. We have Scott Porter. We have Stephanie Burke, Aaron Segers, Kelly Miller, Michael and Rosalind Lewis, Josh Purse.
Yeah.
We also have Satori Hawes and Cody Devines coming, which are the haunted couple, if you didn't know.
Ed, aren't they setting up in a separate room with all of their
They are. They're setting up in a separate room for all their haunted objects.
Yeah.
We have Gene Snitsky.
The wrestler, Gene Snitsky, yep.
Yep. Ray Causey, Mike King, who was on Ghost of Shepherdstown.
Yes.
We have Anthony and Dina Holmes coming, which are
great people.
So great people. Daniel Clace from the Haunted Hinsdale House.
Cool dude, yeah.
Bob Christopher and Gina Bengtsson.
Yep, they are also fantastic people, yeah.
Yep. Lori Johnson, Jay Yates and Marie Yates.
Mm-hmm.
We also have a local fellow coming. Tim Weisberg.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Another Massachusetts boy. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice to see Tim again.
We have John Rugolo and Chris Theron, who run the New Jersey Para Unity Fest, which is a great event.
Yep.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce the last one. Lloyd Anoya.
Yeah, the Samoan. Yep, he's another wrestler. Yep.
So we have Chris Sanders, Paranormal Explorer.
Oh yes, that's right.
Melly Stanley. I don't know who that is. I'll have to meet her. Big Jim Jones, who makes cigar box guitars.
Sounds interesting.
Adam Bonnet. known as Glider.
Oh, good. I'm not gonna say I misspoke his nickname.
Yeah, you're not going to call him Wheels anymore. It's Glider.
Will you stop it now?
We got Wes Coleman. We got
Yep.
April Brissett. Mike Dolan. Deanna Simpson. Scotty the Medium. Paula Kelly and Gavin Kelly.
Yep.
And I'm gonna butcher this name so bad, but I'm gonna try. Latrina Terry Brown, who was on the show Repossessed.
Yes.
Jeremy Leonard, who was on 28 Days Haunted.
Yep.
Rochelle Stratton and Brian Murray.
Yep.
Who were on Ghost Hunters.
Yes, sir.
San Diego Cirillo, who was on Walking Dead and many other films and TV shows. Chris Nicoletti, who I have known for years and years now, who was an amazing person and an amazing guitarist.
Yep.
And Sean Austin. So far, that is the list right now of people you are expected to see at the Bash.
Well, don't forget you're on there too, my friend.
I'm not plugging myself too hard on that one. So, I mean,
hey, you know what? You deserve it, man. You've been there since day one. You've been a huge proponent of the Bash since the beginning, all the way through. If anybody deserves it, then you do. So.
All right, so we have the so what's going on here is we have Christmas train rides for the kids. We have sleigh photos. We have the steampunk train mobile escape room.
Steampunk.
We have the 9/11 veteran tributed Mustang that Pam and Steve have done.
Okay.
Because they've done quite a few vehicles that have been featured at the Bash.
Yep.
We have the Wienermobile, we have Batman,
yeah,
and we have Green Goblin. So those are the vehicles you can trust to see outside the Bash.
Well, don't forget the board museum that's going to be there this year too.
Oh yeah, Jeff Whittam's Traveling Wonders.
Yep. Traveling Boards of Wonder. Yeah. Should be very interesting and brings a different dynamic to the entire event. And I believe they still the tattoo artists are coming as well this year too.
Yep, Knuckles and Needles are coming this year. So they'll be doing tattoos all 3 days at the event.
Yep, I got an owl on my forearm last year. They did a great job on it. Always, want to give a chance to plug all of the vendors that are getting that are going to be there, and it's good to patronize those who come out and help support.
Well, I mean, you can't forget we're gonna have a cigar table out there,
of course.
So that's going to be out there.
That's part of the whole thing. Yeah, they're the ones that are doing the cigar ghost story event, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
And I believe the man's wife also sells CBD oils and roll-ons and things like that. So there's gonna be food trucks. Probably the Velociraptor's probably gonna show up again this year.
Fantastic. That was quite the amazing outfit.
Yeah, I was dressed as Pennywise and I couldn't see anything, and I turn around and I have a dinosaur right in my face.
And a very well put together outfit too. I mean, that thing is that when I saw that walking in, I was definitely like, okay, that's a thing.
Yep. So I mean, every night they have rollout bars that are inside the main concourse. Of the hallway outside the vendor lobby.
Yes, sir.
So you can purchase drinks, or I'm not saying anything wrong here, but you can always bring a cooler down.
Yeah,
But
Well, there's a nice microbrewery right in the same parking lot, pretty much about
yep.
500 feet
What
away.
is that? Allegheny Brewery Company or something like that, I believe it is.
Something along those lines. You and I were talking about that the other day.
Yeah.
I try to go in and sample a little bit of the local culture for I do enjoy the microbrews, but
Of course.
yeah.
Of course.
I mean, I'm surprised. I'm glad that they survived because I know the pandemic almost knocked them out entirely. So it's nice to see that they were able to rebound. So that's a positive thing.
So Jason Aiello just says, I know I can't go, but if I went, I'd show up in a Lucha Libre mask.
And he would.
Oh, for sure he would.
He'd be Nacho Libre Jr.
Oh, good.
Like Jack Black from Nacho Libre.
I can only imagine. I really honestly can only imagine.
Jason
but no,
will be missed.
Like so what are your favorite memories from the bash itself?
Oh God. I mean, I have a bunch, honestly. I mean, my first memory is getting my Yoda tattoo. My first tattoo, 5 hours in the chair, getting done by Tony DeVille.
Yep.
A really amazing tattoo artist. Walking the battlefield in the certain battlefield areas and just enjoying the energy of the area, checking out Sachs Bridge and Devil's Den and all of the amazing sights to be seen in that area. My wife and I we did a ghost walk. Our very first day there, we went downtown and did a ghost walk. And I know that it's not directly tied to the bash, but to me, all of my experiences in Gettysburg tied to the bash.
Yeah.
Going to Mr. Ed's candy thing a bit down the road, and I'm a huge Pez collector. I like to go and check out what they got for that kind of stuff. And a couple of years ago, my wife and I we did a horse-drawn carriage ride through the battlefields. We took one of those tours. They get the big horse and carriage and go through. The first time I ever got a chance to see the Batmobile and meet him for the first time. And God, there's so many things. It's just being a chance to be part of this event. Every year there's new memories to be made, and every year there's just more to add to the story. And one of my biggest things one of my biggest memories that will be this year is getting a chance to be actually part of the event alongside yourself. Going from just being a regular patron to being able to be part of it, and it makes me very proud, to say the least. And I know that I'm getting a little choked up over it, but it's the truth,
You don't need to thank me. I mean, trust me, it's an honor for me to be able to speak with you because you've gritted your teeth and fought your way in this field, and I'm glad I'm able to give you this opportunity to be able to do this. And you will get most of the voicing time during the presentation.
I'm just looking forward to being there with you and doing our thing. It's going to be a great time. We're going to be out there. We're going to have a lot of fun with people. And oh my God. So all of a sudden, every comment in the known universe is starting to flash in front of me.
Yep. I just saw that too. Don't forget about the Battle of the Wyndham.
Oh, that's something that your wife and Megan have done every single year, correct?
Correct.
And I keep trying to get my wife to do it, and hopefully she's awake long enough we'll be able to get her up there.
Hopefully.
And then you and I will have to toast one out for our buddy Jason, who's not going to be there this year, but he'll be there in spirit.
Yep, Jason Aiello.
Oh yeah.
This one's for you, buddy. Trust me, we'll toast you at the bash.
Absolutely. We'll toast him, might roast him a little bit. He likes that kind of thing anyway. So
well, I mean, we'll roast Chris Sanders, Paranormal Explorer, as well.
Oh, good old Chris! And diving into the the seasoning rubs, something like that.
The meat rub.
the best part about this whole paranormal thing, Gettysburg and otherwise, is just all of the interesting people that I have met in the last decade or so being involved in this whole thing. And to be honest with you, I get along with everybody. And you know, and
No.
I've only had like one or two instances where things just didn't pan themselves out. Certain relationships had to peter off because of different things. And
Yeah,
I'm not going to.
I kind of heard religion's not your thing.
What's that?
I said I kind of heard religion's not your thing.
I don't know if religion is not my thing, but people attached to it could be. But be that as it may, my friend, I honestly don't even hate that dude either. Whatever they got to do, they got to do. And you know what? I'm always going to be the same person that I'm always going to be. I'm always going to be supportive of my friends. I'm always going to be trying to make new friends and new contacts and build my social circle because I enjoy being around people. And that's one of the biggest things that I try to just explain to people is, I'm always going to be there for you, and that's the most important thing,
So
I
Jason,
try to. What's that?
Jason is requesting to be FaceTimed from the event.
I think we can FaceTime, don't you?
Oh, I got an iPhone, so I'll FaceTime him. That's fine.
We'll FaceTime him a beer, and we'll do it. We'll do it out on the deck, probably Thursday night. We'll hit the pajama jammy jam for him,
We'll FaceTime him while fucking eating a warhead.
That boy and his warhead. I gotta give him credit though. That warhead beer was disgusting, but I was not a fan. I tried a couple of them and they just did not taste right.
It's not terrible.
I've had better.
True. I have as well. But so what? All right. So we have.
Well, let me flip the script on you real quick. What are you looking forward to the most this year during the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash?
Honestly, it's not even about. It's not even about the vendors. It's not even about the food trucks. It's not even about the vehicles that are there. It's about the family that are there.
Yeah.
It's about the people you don't see for a year because we're so far apart. But this is the event that brings everybody together.
And I do agree with Megan. The warhead video is pure gold.
I have never seen a warhead levitate in somebody's mouth, and there is photographic proof of that. But no, I just love the fact that everybody comes together for such great causes, and there's never drama. There's never any issues. Everybody is like harmonious and synchronized that entire weekend.
Well, it's because people leave their ego at the door, Russ, and that's the
biggest thing.
I get it. You have to have a certain amount of pride in yourself when you do TV shows or you do appearances or you got projects going on. You're trying to do internet projects and trying to build an empire. You have to have certain, but leaving it at the door for a few days and just coming back down to where everybody is on an even playing field is the most important thing.
Well, you know what? A lot of people maybe not watching the show. I do another show called Unturned Pages. We just had a special episode tonight with
I checked it out. Yeah,
with Chelsea Layden from Project Fear, formerly Destination Fear. She is one of the most humble and appreciative people that I have ever met, and the fame did not get to her head at all.
No, and I think that a lot of people could learn from that example, and I know it's not on topic per se, but I mean, I was involved in the professional wrestling business for decades before I even got involved in the paranormal. And, I've seen people with ginormous egos and I've seen them rise to the top and I've seen them crash to the bottom. And it happens in every field, whether it's wrestling or whether it's paranormal or whether it's anything else. And it's always important to remember we're all just human beings, man. And that to me, that's the most important thing. And I'm not trying to say there's any moral to the story per se, but I just want everybody to realize that you don't have to show off your ego 24 hours a day. And sometimes it's better to be humble because, it's you gain more in life when you show your true humility than you do of being pompous or arrogant or full of oneself.
Jeremy, are you seeing the ticker going across the bottom here right now?
No, why? Did I say Cotter versus Stiver?
July 29th, Worcester, Mass.
Why on earth? Who put that in there? Did you put that in there?
I did not. That's my producer, King Mike.
That's fantastic. I love that.
Love him. Got to give a shout out to King Mike L. I mean, great guy. He does some real funny shit. So,
hey, I'm appreciative of even getting a chance to come on here with you tonight and have this conversation and getting a chance to talk about a tremendous event as what's coming up in just a few days' time. My God, you and I have been talking about this, back and forth, and it went from being a year out to a couple of months and just a couple of days. We're looking at a couple
you and
of
I
days.
were just talking about it today. We're like, I can't believe it's 3 days away.
It blinked and it's done.
Like, I feel like yesterday we were 3 months away.
It feels like it, doesn't it?
And now all of a sudden we're 3 days away.
Yep. And then you and I will be talking back and forth in the car right on the way down.
Pretty much. I'll probably have you on speaker and we'll just be talking the entire time.
Hey, you know what? And that's the whole thing. I'm just looking forward to this whole weekend. The atmosphere changes.
It does. It does.
I mean, I'm around an intense situation all the time when I'm working at the hospital. You're dealing with people who are going through the worst that you can possibly go through. And it to me, it's like once I cross into that border of like Pennsylvania and heading down that way, my wife and I, we stop, we go to some caves, we'll go check out, we'll do a little bit of cave exploring on the way down there, to cut through the driving and whatnot, and it's just, it's getting a chance to decompress. Like I'm on vacation now from work until like the middle of next week sometime because I just decided to take extra time off and just enjoy every moment that I got,
Now
So-
I can say this, and I'm pretty sure everybody that's listening can say this as well.
Yeah.
When you hit that border to Gettysburg, the energy just shifts.
It really does.
And not in a bad way.
No.
It just completely shifts. And it is one of the most amazing feelings. And it just puts everything in perspective.
It really does. And I'll be honest with you, like I suffer from anxiety issues a lot sometimes, but as soon as I get down there and I get a chance to just then the decompression just starts, it takes it to a different plane, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm just looking forward to being in just a whole different environment, and the energy in the entire area is.
And you know what? I'm not saying it's a sad thing, but I'm saying when we get down there, it feels like home.
It definitely does. It's like the home away from home.
Yeah.
So to speak, because you got to go back to where you came from at some point.
But it feels like this is where you belong.
For the time that we get, it's enjoyable from beginning to end. And
yeah, but the problem with it is like you blink an eye and it's over.
Brother, that's what we do in life in general. Whether it's Gettysburg or anything else, you blink your eye, a month goes by, and you know what? We'll start having talks about Gettysburg 2024. Probably shortly after we get back.
Already gonna start the planet, I guess.
What's that?
I said already gonna start the planet, I guess.
Well, there's no what we normally do anyway.
It is very true.
I mean, honestly, and I know this sounds silly, but I'm hoping that everything goes fantastically for us in our lecture or our talk, so that I'll get a chance to get invited back for the next year. You know, because
You will be invited back. I promise
get,
you.
getting a chance to be part of this, and I know I keep going back to it, but it means a lot to me because it's an opportunity to share my experiences and what I've gone through in the world of the paranormal as well. And I know we really haven't delved much into that, which is good because we're saving a lot of that for our lecture coming up, which could possibly be going live on Facebook at some point during our
Yes,
lecture.
sir. Yes, sir.
And
And the thing about it is, you and I, and I mean, I know I've only known you for 6 years, but you and I have been through a lot together.
oh, in this last calendar year alone, I think our bond as friends has, even as family has strengthened 10 times from what it was.
And
all
that's
the
why you're family.
exactly, and we've gone through a lot. We helped each other out.
So, all right, well, we're at 10:02 right now, so we're gonna wrap up. And
Okay.
Jeremy, I really appreciate you coming on, and I will see you actually in what is it now? 2 more sleeps.
Yeah, pretty much, huh? Well, thank you very much, Russ. I really appreciate the opportunity to come on this evening. I appreciate from the guys from Legit Paranormal Podcasts to have this forum for us to come on here as well. And yeah, I'll definitely see you in a few days. And thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate it.
Hey, you have a great night, man.
You as well, brother.
I'll talk to you then.
All right.